Hi everybody, this is Kathleen Baber with Apricot Tree Planning, and this is part 3 of my beginners planners tutorial. I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, it's my little mini series on how to not get overwhelmed as a new planner. So one of the things that I meant to bring up in my first video were lots of resources, so I thought I'd run through that really fast. Is find a Facebook group. Find Facebook groups for inspiration and to ask questions. They are the best place to ask questions and form relationships. There's some really big groups out there, but there's some really fun small groups, and especially when you kind of find your tribe, it's really a good time. Some of the big groups are a little intimidating. PGW is Planners Gone Wild. It's a really big group. It's probably the biggest group that I know of. And sometimes as a new member to that group, if you jump in with a bunch of questions that have been answered over and over again, you might get some snarky answers. So, you know, that might not be the best big group to jump into with a ton of questions, but it's a really fun group, and there's some really fabulous people in there. They do a huge planner get-together in once a year, and it sounds just amazing. It's very pricey, but it sounds amazing. There's also Planners with Manners, which I think probably formed as a non-snarky group in response to how sometimes things get in Planners Gone Wild. I enjoy both groups. They're both really active, and just one is maybe a little more friendly to new folks than the other, I would say, for sure. But both are really fun to just kind of to check things out and to learn new things. But there's lots of other smaller groups, and that's where I think finding your tribe is good. There's also lots of local groups. Do a search, see if you can't find some folks that are in your area. Those can be really a good time, especially if they do meetups and things like that, where you find other people who enjoy this as much as you do. Instagram is a fabulous place to get inspiration, to meet up with people. Also, just once you start, a lot of people start an actual planner Instagram account kind of separate from their regular everyday life, where they, you know, where your friends are going, why am I seeing your book again? This way you can just you can post all the planner things you want. So anyhow, these are just some really easy hashtags to start to follow, and then when you start kind of liking on things and stuff like that, you can also see the other hashtags that people put in, and that way you can start to follow some of them. So some of those hashtags as well. It just kind of fine-tunes what it is you like and what you're looking at. And then of course YouTube, and you guys already found me on YouTube, which is a fabulous place. Look for things with like Plan With Me. It'll help you to start to see how the kits are being used and what the different parts and pieces are. Sometimes you get a kit and you're like, what do I use this for? Well, there's probably somebody who's used something similar and can give you a show. But there's definitely, I have my favorites that I really enjoy watching. When I first got involved in the planner community, I watched Plan With Me like every night as I was falling asleep. It was the most relaxing thing to me. So I don't do that anymore, but I did for a long time and really enjoyed it. So anyway, those are just some easy resources. So what I wanted to jump into now is avoiding the overwhelm. I see a lot of people who get excited about planners and planning, and they then get overwhelmed with spending a ton of time making it look beautiful, or trying to keep up with the Marshas of the world, you know, just needing all the stuff. And they get overwhelmed, and then they stop using their planner. And I think that is terribly sad. I think there are two main groups of planners. There are ones who use it as an actual everyday use to plan the future, to set up their week, to arrange their tasks, prioritize their tasks to line up with their goals. And that to me is planning. Then there's another group of folks who use their planner to journal, and they kind of do everything in the past tense. So to me, that's not planning, because planning is a forward motion thing. When you're talking about rewinds, that's a journaling function, in my opinion. And that is absolutely a fabulous way to use a planner. I just don't consider it planning. I consider it journaling or scrapbooking, which I think is great. And I think a planner is a wonderful format to use that for. I just think they're different, what's the word I'm looking for? Intention behind it, I guess. And so the focus is a little different. If you're using your planner to record things that have happened in the past, what your desire for it to be functional is not as high as if you're using this as a tool to keep you and your family organized. And so to me, that's how I use my planner. That's to keep my head on straight, to not go nuts by the middle of the week wondering where I'm going or what I'm doing. My planner is there. It's my brain dump. It keeps me sane. So I have to maintain a level of functionality within that planner. It can't just all be pretty pictures. It has to work. And I've learned over this time period where I made things really pretty and elaborate that my brain kind of short circuits in there if there's too much going on. I need everything to kind of be in the same spot each week. So that might feel a little stuffy and regimented, but my eye knows where to look for what's next. So that's why I do things the way I do them. That's why when you're looking at certain things on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, you'll see kind of different versions maybe of the same week, and you're like, huh, but how did she use that? She might not have been using that day to day, or he, they may have just been recording things in the past to make it cute. So I also want to warn you that when you get involved in these groups and in the Facebook groups and Instagram accounts that you follow, that you can get the I want it, and it kind of gives you this feeling of discontent with what you have. And sometimes it feels like if we can't have everything we want, then we don't want to deal with it at all. And so we just push it aside and we just don't deal with it. And I want to give you that little bit of warning. Don't do that. These are great tools, and I'd hate to see anybody say, well, because I can't have it this way, this right now, I'm not going to have it at all. That's self-defeating. You need a planner. Everybody, I feel, needs a planner in their life just to keep themselves sane. And I think that that this can really help people. It is a good tool. So don't get the I wants and become discontent. Look at what you've got and then make a plan for what you want to get next, instead of feeling like I'll never have enough. And be kind to your budget. Like I said, plan it out. Let yourself have some play money to play around with it, but don't put yourself in trouble on this stuff, because it's easy to get in trouble. I will say, when I first got into this, I was kind of obsessed. I mean, everything was about, ooh, where can I look for, oh, we're going here, maybe they have. It was a little nuts. So I'm going to go through what I think are kind of like 4 sections of ways that you can avoid the overwhelm when you're planning out your planner and how you want to set it up. First way to make it very affordable, bang for your buck, is don't buy stickers. You don't have to have stickers to have a cute planner. Now I will say this spread I'm going to show you, I just doodled, and I love how this turned out. Now I did some fun stuff with some ink and some little patterny things on the edge. But I just doodled this because, for one, I did this in retrospect. I did not get my week planned out that week, and I just said, okay, I'm going to journal for this week. What did I get done? And so I doodled, and I am not a great artist. I really, really am not, but I had fun. I had a lot of fun actually putting this together. And they're just really, really simple shapes that anybody can do. Because if me as a non-artist can do it, I know you can too. Doodles are fun. Just really simple boxes, add a little scallop to it, arrows, a little curly Q, and you can even, if I had done a to-do list with this, those little boxes would have worked out just fine. So that's my first tip. You don't even have to have stickers. Just get you a nice pen. All right. My second is use items that are reusable. And in that I mean things like, I'm getting my little cue cards, guys. I'm trying to stay on point, keeping this moving. Stamps, distress ink, like I did on that particular spread, stencils, and highlighters. So me and my big ideas had these little stencils a couple years ago. Let me see if I can show you. I know they don't show up all that well white on white like that, but yeah, these were great. These were a way that you could just write your own little to-do list. They were 1.5 inches wide, or if you just wanted lines for journaling, you could do it. And there we go. There's a to-do list. No stickers required. Voila. So there was this one that had, this one you could do like the whole column. This one was squares. And they were just little check marks, and it had these little blue lines so you could line it up with the edge of the box. So these are super. Stamps are another great way because you can use them over and over again. There are cute little planner stamps out there. Let me flip this page over so you can see it better. There we go. This, I think I got this at Michael's, but you know, just little things like the little icons and stuff, the dentist, the hair, all of these things, again, that you don't have to have a sticker for. This one's got your to-do list again, and even a priority one. This frames out a box, and you just put these on one of these little acrylic guys. They peel off and on, and there you go. This one was like a money one. Again, more of a to-do list, a little clipboard, bill due, stuff like that. So, yes, you do not have to have stickers to make it really cute. And guess what? If it's ink, you can do any color you want. Okay, and then highlighters. There's a brand of highlighter that a lot of folks love. I love these. They're called mild liners, and they're just not as neon. Although that looks pretty neon right there. But the nice part is that they, I just think they're nice, pretty colors, and they're dual tipped. So highlighters are great because you can just kind of trace the box. Give you just a little bit of color, but nothing too crazy. All right, so that's everything that I had there. I didn't bring over the distress ink, but those are fun because they have like a little a dauber, and you just roll it on, and they look great too. There's some really, really good videos on how to use distress ink. Okay, so we've gone from like nothing to reusable things that, you know, they're never going to wear out type thing, to now let's talk about inexpensive, well, I guess Highlighter's good. So inexpensive items. So this is kind of where I started my journey. At first I was like, no way will I ever buy those $10, $15, $20 sticker kits. That's just too much. It's not sustainable, especially on a weekly basis. Not happening. And honestly, I can tell you 2.5 years later, I have bought maybe 2 kits from other shops. I mean, I know that sounds crazy considering I'm a sticker shop, but I make my own stickers, so therefore I don't buy stickers. I have bought a couple that I just, and that's not to say that I won't, but I'll tell you how I buy them later. And yes, those I have bought plenty from other people. And then that's not to say that they aren't worth it, but budget-wise, I just couldn't justify it when I could make my own. So when I first started out, before I had a bunch of sticker kits that I could choose from that were my own, I bought scrapbook paper. And actually, the cheaper the paper, the better it is. This is a really nice one. It's double-sided. I have a really hard time putting down double-sided things. So, but anyway, this is a beautiful one, but let me show you. The cheapy paper works fabulous because it's thin. It's really easy to put down just using a glue stick. This is a thinner paper. This one's just kind of a seasonal book. But here's the thing. Here's the really cool thing. All you're going to use is a 1.5 inch strip. Yep. This right here will give you, depending on which planner you're using, but like in a Happy Planner. Oh, this is a used up Happy Planner. So anyway, just to give you an idea though, that's 1.5 inches. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, I think it's 6 total if it's a 12-inch strip. From one strip off of there. So yeah, I mean, if I just had one paper that I loved, I could do so much with it. That could be all my full boxes. Or if I use 2 or 3 papers and just kind of mix them up, it's all good because I'm just making little 1.5 inch strips. So I've seen people do this section as a piece of scrap paper and this section is a piece of scrap paper. I've actually done that. I don't have the right one out here. Nope, maybe, oh no, I don't. Hang on just a second. I'll show you where I did that. Oh, please don't everything fall over. This was my last year in March. We went to Disney and I didn't love the kits that I was finding online. And so I made this with scrapbook paper and washi tape. And then I had some leftovers that I could use. But anyway, this is just all one piece of just measuring and cutting. So scrapbook paper is a really, really, really inexpensive way because honestly, you can get these for $5 all the time at Michael's. So consider scrapbook paper as a really good friend for inexpensive way to decorate without stickers. There are also inexpensive stickers. So this is from Dollar General. Now, I'm sorry, I kind of pulled from Christmassy things because that's what I have out still. But yeah, Dollar General. I think I paid $1 for 2 sheets of this. Super cute. This is $1, the Doris kind. But you can make a really cute spread with these. They don't have to be super expensive. This was $4 from Michael's, and it's a ton of them. This was $4, 180 pieces. Again, just you can make really, really cute spreads with inexpensive stickers. And then Mambi has their own sticker books. And yes, they're a little bigger than what you would need if you were doing the Erin Condren or the Recollections. This is one that I just got yesterday, and I love it. So these are the full boxes. You could trim this if you needed to, if you were in a smaller planner. But honestly, just break the barrier. It's okay. But so cute. So 460 pieces for $20 if I pay full price. Now, I got this for 20% off, but I mean, honestly, I could get it 40% off if they have it in the store at Hobby Lobby, probably even at Michael's 40% off, Joann's, I could probably get it 40% off. If I'm willing to go in and buy one thing, you know, and it's on regular price. So definitely, these are a great value. I have not used a single book up completely yet. But that's one of my plans this year, is to get into these books more and more and get out of the sticker kits more and more. So these are a very good bargain. So this with a little bit of washi tape, like this, or even like these are washi tapes, are a fabulous way to get a whole look without breaking the bank. You'll have a beautiful white space spread, which means that, you know, the whole thing won't be covered, but it'll still look fabulous. Okay, so that's all of our inexpensive ones. So we've gone from nothing to reusable to inexpensive. This was so scrapbook paper, washi tape, Mambi sticker books, functional stickers. So finding those functional stickers, like on Etsy and stuff, if you know, instead of buying a sticker kit, if you know that you're going to have soccer games for the next 3 months, you can just buy the little sticker sheets, you know, for $2 or so. There's $2 Tuesdays, and sometimes there's $3 Wednesdays on Etsy that different shops participate in. And the way to find those generally is through Instagram. But getting functional stickers for those things that you use over and over again is not a bad way to go. Is not as expensive as doing the full kits. Scrapbook stickers, again, are a really good way to add a lot of graphics to your spreads if you're wanting that really decorative look. And they're inexpensive. You know, you can get those on sale all the time too. They might be $2 and $3 for a sheet, but goodness, that sheet's going to have a ton of stuff on it. Scrapbook.com is one of my favorite places to go for scrapbook stickers. They do 20% off a lot of times, and it comes really fast. Avery stickers, using their labels, print your own. It's not hard. Get the little return address labels will probably work just fine. Some of my favorite stores that I shop at all the time: Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Walmart, Scrapbook.com, the Dollar Tree. I've even found washi there. I found labels there. The store apps are a good way to save money, and very often you can at least get one item for 40% off. So look for the one thing that you want, like a Mambi sticker book. You know, a $20 book at 40% off is a good deal. But I'm going to tell you, Michael's runs really good specials right around the holiday. Whatever holiday's coming up, even the ones like President's Day and stuff like that, 60% off all the time on things like that. So let's get into the sticker kits. We talked about in the last video kind of what's in a sticker kit, and so you have a little bit of an idea of what you're looking for. Let's talk about how you can save on sticker kits. Look for organized group sales on Etsy. So this again is where Instagram comes into play. Etsy shop owners will come together and say, okay, let's all do sales this weekend. We're going to call our sale this. We're going to use one coupon code, and we will all together as a group just do as much mega marketing as we can to our own seller, to our own customers, and out on Instagram, and just try to flood social media with word that we're having this sale. So there's some really big ones, and then there's some smaller ones, but doesn't matter how big the group is, as long as you got word that somebody's having a sale, check out the sales. If you find an Etsy shop that you especially like, you know, you can ask if they've got a coupon code. Most shops will have maybe something. Like I have one that I use for people who ask, and I'll give it to you here, is New Friend 20. And that means that you get 20% off just for, you know, being my new friend. If you get a chance, and like I said, there's local planner groups. A lot of times they will plan a little meetup. They'll reach out to different shops to see if they would like to offer samples or any sort of promotional item, and a lot of times those will also include coupon codes. So check those out. Planner meetups are a lot of fun. Shop smart. When you're looking at something, if you love that first page, make sure you look at all the pictures and read the descriptions. That will tell you kind of how much is in that. If you're looking at something and going, why is this one $5 but this one's $12? Read the descriptions to see how many full boxes is it giving you? How many to-do flags is it giving you? Do you get the bottom washi? Do you get, how many half boxes and quarter boxes are you getting and stuff? Because getting to capitalize on the leftovers is a really good way to use up, or is to save money. Looking for really big kits or mega kits, like I have a mega kit option for my Happy Planner and Erin Condren Planner kits, is a really good way to stretch things out over 2 weeks. So don't use all your really pretty full decorative boxes all in 1 week. Split it up. Use just four of them on 1 week and save 3 of them for another. I have 8 full boxes in my kits. So it's really easy to do 2 weeks if you decide to do like every other one gets a decorative box. Also, looking for mini kits. I offer where you can get just the first and second page of my kits. So you get the full boxes and the half boxes and quarter boxes. And a lot of times that's enough. That might be all you need. And then use up your leftovers. So I'm trying to do this more and more. I have a little box here next to my work table, and in it I just have all my leftovers, which seems a lot because it is. But so I've used a lot of like this page. I kept this just because it has the little dots, these little time corners or something that I'll go back and use. But like this page has got a lot of good functional stuff in it. So I'm not going to get rid of that. If I decided to do a pink spread or a pink and yellow spread, I can go through and pull these. I also use these a lot on my monthly setups. That's a Christmas kit. Christmas, but again, sometimes it's not about the decoration part, it's just about establishing a color plan. So that was a printable. Anyway, these are things that I save, and eventually I do toss some of it, but if I have those stickers along with doing some scrapbook pages, I've got a great spread without having spent any more money. The last thing I was going to talk about is printables. And a printable file is one where you pay for the download. They run like from 99 cents all the way up to maybe $4 or $5 depending. They generally have a PDF for printing, and you can just print that either on regular paper, cardstock, or on sticker paper, depending on what you want to do. Print it out, and you can cut them out. Then you can cut them by hand. A lot of times, like I could tell you, the first 3 pages of mine, you could probably use a paper trimmer for most of it, because I've tried to line up the edges to make it just as easy as possible. And then you can glue those down or run them through there's a little Xyron machine that's kind of like double-sided adhesive that makes it into a sticker. You can use that. Or you can, like I say, you can use a glue stick or just print them on sticker paper and then peel off the backs. Most printables also come with the silhouette cut files or a format that makes it easy to pull into Cricut. And some of them have the Cricut cut files. I will say silhouette is the most popular. If you're looking at wanting to get a cutting machine, I would say for the purpose of being able to do printables, I would say it's not a bad investment when you consider, you know, if you were to spend $20 a week on sticker kits, how many weeks would it be till you had that puppy paid off if you bought a $200 machine? In just 10 weeks, that would have paid for itself. So I honestly think that it's not a bad investment. Most of the files that I've ever dealt with have worked out perfectly. I've never had a problem, but I work in that program all the time, so it's not a mystery to me. But there's so many good YouTube videos on how to do printables, and to me they are absolutely a great way to go. So anyway, think about printables. Think about if you're, you know, if you find that you love this, it's a really good way to go. So that's where I've had the most fun with other people's designs, are purchasing printables, printing them myself, cutting them with the silhouette cut file, and it's just been a joy to use other people's designs. Guys, that's my whole schmear. Can't talk anymore. I've talked so much. But that's everything that I wanted to cover with you in these 3 videos. I hope that you find planning fun, but also hugely beneficial to your life, that you find it relaxing, and that it helps kind of silence the gerbil wheel that goes around in our head when we're trying to remember everything. And we need to just get it out of our head and onto paper so that we can relax and have that downtime that we really, really need. Our bodies and our minds really need that. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have lots and lots of fun planning, and I hope I gave you a few ideas how to do it in a way that doesn't break the bank, and doesn't make you feel overwhelmed, and doesn't have you dissatisfied with what you don't have instead of with the things that you do have. Take care, and we'll catch you later for the next one. Bye-bye.